Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since we don't have much time, I'll just go straight to it. I sent letters to each of you last week to learn more about how you make your money and what recourse tenants and taxpayers have if you fail to uphold your side of the bargain. Your agreements are not transparent, they're not publicly available, but basically you make your money in two ways: management fees and distributions based on performance. So you all stressed in your written testimony that your management fee is partially based on resident satisfaction and quality of service. So I just want to unpack this. Mr. Williams, I'll use you for the example. Say there's mice and mold in all of your units and the tenants are unhappy. Do you still get paid a base fee?
Yes, Senator.
So you're going to get paid that, and then how much more you get paid is going to be your performance fee, right? And the idea is the performance fee will be withheld if the place is filthy, if it's overrun with rats, and so on. So, Mr. Williams, Balfour Beatty manages 43,000 homes across 55 military installations. Across that portfolio, how many times has this performance-based fee been completely withheld in the last 5 years?
Senator, I don't have that specific data, but I can tell you that we have had our incentive fees or a portion of our incentive fees withheld.
Well, I know, but what I want to know is how often. I mean, this is why I sent you the letters to ask about this. Have you ever had them withhold and just say, you don't get your performance fee because the place is full of rats?
We have had our incentive fees withheld.
Completely withheld?
I don't have that.
You're not sure if they've ever been completely withheld?
At this point, no, but I will get, when we answer your letter, I will give you that.
Okay, Mr. Purser?
So, Senator, our incentive fees have never been 100% withheld.
Okay, so never. Mr. L?
Senator, there are multiple components to our incentive fees, so
I'm asking if they've ever been completely withheld.
not 100%.
Never. So you guys have still been getting incentive fees in all these stories going on. Mr. Hickey, has yours ever been completely withheld?
Sorry, Senator, they're calculated on a base-by-base basis, and we have been withheld on some of the
This-
bases, but never across the
Never.
same basis.
So that's just, no, you've never had them completely withheld. Mr. Bliss?
Yes, Senator, they have been reduced, but they've never been completely.
That's not a yes, that's a no. Okay, you've never actually had any of them completely withheld. So the way these deals are structured, you're also guaranteed a return on your investment in the project every year. So if operating expenses are high one year because a house needs a new roof or the place is full of mold, DOD authorizes you to raid the reserve fund for the project instead of cutting into your profits. Is that correct, Mr. Williams?
Senator, I don't believe that's how it works. We don't raid the operating expenses to pay for other things. After all the bills are paid, it goes into account.
No, I said the reserve fund. That's the whole point. You don't, so if one year you have to put up a bunch of roofs, you have a reserve fund and use that, which is how it is that year after year after year after year, you manage to make a profit in this. I look at your annual reports, and what I see is that all in, about 3% of the taxpayer-funded rent that you collect from service members goes straight into your pocket, even if the homes are disgusting. And that usually that number is closer to 5%. So I just want to understand, I'll try to do this as quickly as I can, what that adds up to in dollars. And I sent you a letter to ask you this, so I'm sure everyone has the number ready. And that is, what is your company's annual profits, including the base fee and the performance fees and any other fees you collect, for your agreements with DOD on privatized housing? Mr. Williams?
Our net profits for our military housing business are around $33 million
A year.
a year.
Thank you.
Pre-tax.
Mr. Purser?
Our net profits are closer to $12 to $14 million.
12 to 14 million. Mr. L?
Senator, as a private held company, Hunt doesn't disclose those, but I can take that back to my team. We can get you something afterward.
Mr. Hickey?
Senator, the same. We will give you that information in response to your letter.
All right. Mr. Bliss?
Yes, Senator, as a privately held company.
All right. So thank you. I apologize for running over, Mr. Chairman, but I think this is important and this isn't right.